Good afternoon, everyone. I'm privileged to have with me now today head coach of Indonesia, Mr. Shin Tae-yong, as well as the player number 5, Mr. Rizky Ridho. Let me kick off the press conference by asking Mr. Shin Tae-yong to share his thoughts on his team's overall performance in the group stage and qualifying to the knockout stage, and also what are his thoughts about his opponent tomorrow, Korea Republic. Thank you.
네, 우리가 예선 첫 경기
Regarding the group stage, first of all, so I'm very shameful, still about just playing against Qatar. I kept saying if the referee managed the game well, probably we can have a better result. But yeah, what's done is done. But still, I'm a bit shameful. And second match against Australia, it was probably the biggest and then the hardest the opponents during the group stage and on whole this competition. But we had this strong mentality and just strong will, and the players just did their best. So those factors affected our good result. And the third match against Jordan, yeah, actually before we played against Jordan, we just only need just 1 point to go through the quarterfinal. But I knew that decision is always the most difficult thing. So I told my players, do not try to draw the match, and that's most dangerous thinking. So we must win, and we have to win. So I gave the full confidence to the player. So the player just did well. So that's why we had a good result with the 4-1 big winning. So overall, all 3 matches, the players did very well, and they made a tremendous effort. And in terms of tomorrow's match, I really wish to avoid playing against Korea, even though the Japanese might be the harder one. But still, I've got lots of experience playing against Japan previously as a player, also as a head coach, even when I was working in the professional team as well. So I thought maybe we can deal with it, even though the Japanese maybe they will dominate the game, but still we could deal with it. Yeah, actually, once again, another thing, my feeling is the head coach Hwang Sun-hong in Korean national team, and also my own country, the Korean Republic. I just want to meet my country at the final stage. That was my thinking before we start this competition. But this is destiny. So, yeah, my feeling is a bit hard. Not really happy, but the sports is sports and match is match. So we will do our best, tomorrow.
سؤال كان موجه لمدرب مباراة الغد بكل ما لديهم من قوة.
Thank you, Mr. Shin, for your comments. Now I invite Mr. Rizky Ridho to share his thoughts on his personal performance in the group stage and what are his thoughts about the opponent tomorrow.
Ya, pertama lawan Qatar kita sedikit kecewa, meskipun kecewanya sampai sekarang karena kita tahu sendiri harusnya kita bisa menang melawan mereka, tapi hasil berkata lain dan ya kita bisa lihat sendiri wasit seperti itu. Dan kemudian kita move on ke Australia, alhamdulillah kita bermain dengan baik dan kita mendapat 3 poin. Tentunya itu akan memberikan semangat tersendiri buat kita fokus untuk melaju ke babak selanjutnya. Dan waktu lawan Jordan, saya sama teman-teman bertekad, saya tidak ingin untuk hanya draw, kita harus menang karena ini sangat berbahaya kalau kita hanya draw, bisa-bisa kita malah kalah seperti itu. Dan untuk pertandingan besok, semua pemain sudah siap untuk menampilkan yang terbaik. Kita akan ikuti instruksi dari coach untuk pertandingan besok dan ya semoga kita bisa menang dan lanjut sampai ke target kita yaitu lolos ke Olimpiade. Terima kasih.
Yeah, first of all, our Qatar opponents have been disappointed until now.
طبعا كان السؤال حول اللاعب رزقي ريدو.
Thank you, Mr. Ridho, for your comments. And now I open the floor for questions.
감독님 안녕하세요. 사실 이렇게 뭐 중요한 길목이나
Obviously, the quarterfinal is very big match, and this is very important period. In this timing, it might be very, just uncommon situation to play against the country which you are born, which is your own country. So that might be difficult, and they might make you feel some of strange. And how does it feel for you to play against Korea?
네, 이런 경험이 처음이기 때문에
obviously this is my first experience, play against my own country, and to be honest, it is hard, for me. Still, if I didn't take in charge of Korean national team, maybe I don't feel like really hard, but I took in charge of the under 20, under 23, and even senior national team. I just sang a song, national anthem, together with all the Korean players, and I did my best to play against the other countries with the Korean national team players. So yeah, it's so hard for me.
طبعا كان السؤال هو أن مباراة ربع النهائي هي مباراة مهمة، لكن في هذا
Questions? Yes, please.
Untuk Ridho, di antara teman-teman tim ada omongan nggak sih, wah besok kita lawan negaranya Coach Sintayong nih, dan menurut kamu sendiri permainan Korea itu seperti apa sih?
For Ridho, for among the team.
Dari kemarin sebelum lawan Jordan kita sudah fokus, kita harus menang, dan mau lawan siapapun kita nggak peduli, kita akan lawan siapapun itu. Tentunya kita tahu Korea tim yang bagus juga, tapi kita fokus pada tim kita sendiri. Kita akan melakukan meeting untuk kelemahan dia dan kelebihan dia. Yang terpenting kita semua siap untuk pertandingan besok. Terima kasih.
Hello, I'm Haris from Indonesia. First questions for Rizky Ridho. Bagaimana Rizky dengan kedatangan Nathan? Apa yang ada di benak para pemain?
Tentunya semua senang atas kabar dari Nathan. Dia kirim pesan melalui grup kita. Dia bilang see you tomorrow guys. Dan semua teman-teman balas dengan senyum dan baik dan happy. Tentunya itu sangat bagus untuk kekuatan tim kita.
Hello Coach, Haris again from Indonesia. We know that South Korea never conceded any goals in the group. And how you cope with the strongest defense of South Korea? Thank you.
네, 한국은 워낙 신체적인 조건이 좋고
Korean national team is of course strong enough in terms of height, the physical, they've got the pace, and all the players they just play regularly in their own professional team. It's actually one of the common quality of Korean national team is that they've got tenacity, strong will, and a bit aggressive. Yeah, so it might be of course difficult. It seems like their defensive line is very solid and concrete. So yeah, it might be difficult, but still we are touching some of details to break through the Korean defensive line, because if we don't break through Korean defensive line, we cannot win. So we are still preparing for just dealing with it.
طبعا كان السؤال هو أن المنتخب الكوري حتى الآن لم يتلقى
예, 리도 선수에게 질문을 하고 싶은데요. 중앙 수비수인데 그 저번 경기에서 나가서
You are Ridho. You are a centre back, and you made up, this attacking point with the assist to help, the Witan score the goal. And as far as I know, the head coach Shin Tae-yong also emphasized, there is no actual position. Defenders also can join the attacking line. And regarding, this fact, what do you think about the head coach, this direction and instruction, and how does it work as a team as well?
Ya tentunya ada suatu pelajaran waktu saya bermain sebelumnya ketika saya habis passing dan saya berhenti tidak membantu penyerangan, dia marah terhadap saya dan saya akan evaluasi itu. Dan kemarin saya coba, saya habis passing dan saya bergerak ke depan dan ya alhamdulillah terbuat asih seperti itu. Dan untuk kerja dari beliau, emang beliau sangat disiplin, sangat baik untuk kita merubah semuanya, merubah dari mental dan fisik juga. Tentunya secara permainan dia merubah segalanya. Ya saya beruntung mendapat pelatih seperti dia. Terima kasih.
오케이.
네, 저 감독님께 질문 드려보고 싶습니다.
We've talked about the Korean teams. They haven't conceded a goal during the group stage, but I think still they've got strong attacking as well. Especially the attackers Lee Young-jun. Is probably he's the top goal scorer among the Korean national team player. And what is your thinking about Lee Young-jun, and then if there is any other key players whom might be is gonna threaten the Indonesian team?
네, 뭐 지금
Lee Young-jun is obviously just one of the key players, but still there are some of key players like Ji-sung and Jung Sang-bin at the flank area, and those are just key players in attacking side. They've got the good bodies, height and just strength and power. So we are taking care of we must take care of the opponent's attacking set piece. We're gonna prepare nicely in tactical side. I think if I examine the Korean national team performance, I think they are actually far better than the physics in terms of not just only fitness but their physical body.
Okay, last question.
Hi, from the AFC.com. For the player, it's a big game tomorrow. If you go to semi-finals, possible chance of getting to the Olympics. But you guys have already created history by making the quarterfinals. So how is the team feeling right now? Is there more of pressure or more of excitement?
Ya, kita semua tahu besok ini merupakan pertandingan besar. Apabila kita menang, kita mungkin 50% kita dapat tiket untuk Olimpiade. Tentunya kita akan semua bekerja keras untuk pertandingan besok, dan kita semua tidak puas dengan hanya bisa sampai di quarter final, dan kita akan fokus untuk masuk ke Olimpiade. Itulah target kita semua, satu tim semua sama-sama. Dan saya pikir tidak ada pressure buat teman-teman, dari latihan pun semuanya enjoy. Terima kasih.
Okay, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you, Mr. Shin. Thank you, Mr. Ridho, and good luck tomorrow. Thank you.